Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Felt the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years blessed.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of they're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Go, go, go!
Okay, double.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51.
They'll run with Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. And and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed it, it would have been a long night.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
59. Go, go, go. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Joker, joker. Joker, joker.
Now Leonard Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Out, 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 out. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Foles. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Man up, deep, man up. Yellow, yellow. Switch. Check out. Yellow. Check.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Game for the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Focus, defense, focus.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Lee. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
180. 12.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's the second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
24 is the mic.
What?
You. 24 is the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 24 is the mic. I got you, boy.
Foles. This is caught. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Let's go, Buttons.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Easy. Water. Hey, let's go.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the run, this is Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And
he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This is Fournette. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second quarter. Gains turn into bigger runs later.
They still playing soft.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
24, check 24.
Here's Foles. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 39 that time.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out.
Great. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the
Hayden Cole.
2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. 15. Watch the shot. Check. Yellow.
Okay.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And an alley to run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 62 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
You get blocked, man. Shift. Alert flare.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Check 26, check 26. Check 43, 45, right.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 15. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 4. We're at halftime here in the opener. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
Looking to throw. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Foles going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. The 20. And he will score. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Marshall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Frank Clark. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Mark, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
First down, Kansas City.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
Check it back, check it back. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check back.
15.
Whip. Watch the whip.
15.
Shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit. No.
Yellow.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
57 colors. Attack.
You think you're going to get this?
57.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Shit. Deuce.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
15, minus 15. You ain't going nowhere. Check.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
22, Mike 22. Charlie. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 22, Mike 22. Quit talking about it.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 25. Check 25.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Easy. Check 24.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Here we go. Check nickel.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Yellow. On the line.
Stay with your man. Tight on. He's checking. Crash. Set.
15. Hey, 57.
Exit.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on second down. Foles is going to let this go deep for Lee, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Patch it.
Hey, 43.
SOS.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Let's bring it. Kill.
Now McCoy. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this